On this episode of the Rockhound Channel, we're going to go ahead and break up our clays from our scoop and go. The Rockhound Channel starts now. And welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Rockhound Channel. My name's William, and on today's episode, guys, if you haven't seen last week's episode, we went out on a scoop and go. I got in there super deep. I got a bunch of clays and black sand sitting up in here, and we're going to go ahead and get it cleaned up today with my drill, and we're going to go ahead and show you how we do that in just a minute. But first, we'd like to thank our 338 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for joining us every weekday right here on the Rockhound Channel. If this is your first time seeing us, see that button down there. Go ahead and hit the subscription button. Make certain you catch that notification bell. And make certain that you go ahead and leave us a comment. Leave us a like today. Let us know what you guys think of our little method over here. Now let's get back to the video. Alright guys, so what we're got going on right here in front of you is our bucket, and we're going to go ahead and take everything that we have sitting up here in our little pail from our scoop and go. There's a bunch of clay, like I said earlier, and a bunch of black sands that are sitting in here. We're going to go ahead and blend this up really good, get all of the clays broke up. I'm about to show you that here. So if you guys did not see that video, please be sure to go check that out. We ended up finding a bunch of fluorescent minerals that were sitting up in this stuff. I dug super deep for this. So please be sure to go check that out, guys. Wow, there was a bunch of stuff in there. So we're going to go ahead, get it all set up here in our bucket. And go ahead and just plop it up in there. So we're going to go ahead and rinse this out. As you can see, there's a real muddy mess up in there. Let's get that hose sitting up over here. So we're going to give that a rinse real quick. I want to be sure I get it all. So how I do this is a little bit different than most folks. I go ahead and I treat up my sands and the water with a little bit of rinse aid. And I'm pretty handsome with it. So I'm going to give it as much as I possibly can in there. And this also releases that clay. Gives it an easier chance to break up and not clump back up. Especially with all the sediment that's sitting in here too. So I got a good portion up in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill this up. I'm going to go right about here to the line. And we're going to go ahead and spill this out up into our river pan. All of the tailings that are going to come up out of the bucket. We're going to pan those and see if whether or not I have any micro gold sitting up in here. So let's go ahead and get it filled up. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's a muddy mess up in there. I'm going to go ahead and work this with my hands. Yeah, all of it broke. Oh, there's a lot of clumps. A lot of clumps. All right. I actually think with all the suds, I think that's where I want to stop real quick. I'm going to go ahead and just take my hands and my scoop here and just kind of work that stuff around, get it lifted up out of the bucket, and just kind of work it like a washing machine. Oh, and there's a lot in here. I can feel it. Yeah, this stuff was extremely hard to try to classify out. It just stuck like mud up onto the 1/8 classifier. So I had to really shake that stuff down. So we'll give that all the love that we can give it. And now the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and take our setup over here. We're going to go ahead and blend this up. And then any of the spillings are going to go up into our river pan. We're going to go ahead and wash those out and see what we have. So first off, got myself a decent machine over here. Got ourselves a rigid drill, and we're going to go ahead and just let her rip. And I'm being careful with it so that I'm not making a big old mess out of it. But being thorough enough that I know that I'm breaking up all this material. All right, let's get some more water in there. Oh yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. So once we're all done here, we're going to go ahead, take this for a few more rinses, and it's going downstairs onto either the gold cube or our mill. I haven't quite decided just yet. We know that there's probably good flour gold sitting up in here, and there most likely be some flakes. So we're going to go ahead and just see what this material looks like after it's all said and done, when it's cleaned. And like I said, it was a muddy, muddy mess. Oh yes. Ugh. I'm also trying to beat the storm that's coming in. We got some stuff on the way, a little bit of rain, so we're gonna be careful here. Try to get out some of that. There we go. There's a lot of silt in here. It's pretty red, and that's what it looked like when I was doing all that over there the other day. This also is called the Poor Man's Sluice. Jeff Williams actually does this, and he has a cool little nozzle set up that he just leaves it run as he's doing this. I got to get one of those hopefully soon here. It'll be a lot quicker. And all those blondes are going to go ahead and take off into our river pan today, and we're going to hopefully have just our black sands and what aggregate gets stuck up in there, and that's what we'll be taking either to the mill or the gold cube today. All right, let's get some more water. I'm going to go ahead and continue doing this, guys, and when I get done, I'm going to show you the finished product, and then after that, the next time you see me, we'll be down there at the basement, probably either at the gold cube or over at our mill table with Brandon. All right, guys, it is the next day. It took us roughly about 6 different rinses to get all of that gosh darn clay out. So we got it finally prepped. There's Brando. Yeah. I'm going to turn him loose over here on the gold cube.
Yeah.
He's not playing around today. We got the big old shovel up on there. We're going to get the business done.
Yeah, we're going to see what kind of goodies Billy dug up on the way home.
Ooh, that was good stuff. I went to go pick him up, and I was like, oh, I couldn't resist. I had to get down to the honey hole. So that's what we're going to do here. So give us a second here. We're going to get that fired up in just a minute. All right, big guy, you all set?
All set.
There we go. Fire our engines.
All right. All engines fired.
All right, guys.
Okay.
So Brando's got himself all set up here in the silver bowl. He's going to give it some big heaping scoops. I know that's going to be loaded with the black sands.
Yeah.
I saw a bunch. Oh, by the way, guys, so I went ahead and did all of the silts that we had coming up out of there. And yes, there was some micro gold sitting up in it. So I just went ahead and dumped it right back up into that bowl because I know this thing here is going to capture it all. So he's going to continue running those heaps up in there.
Yeah.
And then what we find in that gold cube, we're going to turn around and mill it out, and we're going to make certain that we got it all every time.
With the second scoop.
That's your third, isn't it? Third?
No, second.
Oh, yeah. And since we last left each other off, guys, we went up to 341 subscribers, guys. Thank you all so much for joining the Rockhound Nation. We couldn't do this without you. Hopefully here soon, in the next couple months here, We're looking at a Patreon. We're hoping to get it all set up so you guys can turn around, buy us coffee, throw us gas money, do whatever for our crazy antic adventures. So
Yeah.
stay tuned. Make certain you're on our community page, please. That way you guys get the latest updates. That's how you do it.
All right. Here we go. Third one. Looking pretty
Are
good.
we looking good on that mini mat for Black Sands? I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Mind my big old head. Oh yeah. See how big and chunky it is, though. You see, it's not like the real fine stuff that we normally have.
No,
So-
but you dug down farther than last time.
Oh yeah, it was almost close to 3.5 feet, and I kept
Okay.
getting a shelf system, guys. So I got a flat, and then it would cut, go in at an angle,
Yeah.
flatten out, and then do it again. So it basically was a high banker with a matting system. So every bit of them little goodies got stuck up in those little crevices, and that's what we dug out over here.
A friendly reminder, if you've been watching our videos and you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Give us a like, give us a comment. We are looking for new areas around here to possibly go visit. Make sure that they're legal for us before we go there. Check your rules and regulations. But yeah, we're gonna keep on going.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, we will go ahead and place that up here in the upper part of your screen. Please be sure to go check your local rules and regulations. No matter where you're at, guys, you gotta do it. That keeps you safe out there in the field. So please, before you go take a pan out, a high bank or a sluice, go check your local rules and regulations where you live. And please stay tuned for next week's episode, guys. I am headed out on Wild Safari. We're taking our new sluice out to a location that I believe may have a little bit of flood gold up in it. And if you haven't seen this short that's up there in the corner of your screen, guys, that was the short that I did. And it was just off the, turn of the moment, whatever heavy may be. I was out scouting and I saw it and I was like, oh, perfect opportunity. Let's go ahead and do that short. So that is the location that I will be hitting up in the next week's episode. So please be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave us a like today, leave us a comment down below if you've got new locations out there. Let us know. Also, guys, you'll see at the bottom of the screen, that is our email address. Please be sure to go ahead and email us those ideas. And we'll see you out there in the field. How's it looking, Brando?
Looking good. So we got the nice chunky from all that clay that you blended up yesterday.
Oh, that was such a muddy mess. And after the camera cut at the last shot, guys, I grabbed that drill. I thought I had it down deep enough. Nope. I got a full bath of all that red, mucky clay water. And it was all up in my ears and everywhere. Oh, it was a mess.
Okay.
Ooh, I see something.
Oops.
What's that? I might have found something. So I just saw it from here. I may have found a bit of gold that might have, a bit of quartz here that might have some gold in it. Ooh.
All right.
So again, guys,
Let's keep on trucking here.
even with that stuff being so deeply buried, we're still going to find bits of gold and whatnot that's going to have gold that's embedded in it. That's why it's so important to check out your gravels as you classify. You never know what's going to be buried up in it.
Oh yeah, and if you have any cool stones that you came across and you'd like us to feature in a corner shot, send us a photo. Same email as he's going to be putting on the bottom of the screen. be sure to love to see what you guys find out in the field.
Oh, indeed,
That'd be
guys.
super cool.
Go ahead and send that to us in our email. We will feature you in a episode as a part saying thank you to all you guys out there. And we love to see your guys' amazing finds, so we share that out there with the rest of the Rockhound Nation. Ooh, I just saw the end of that scoop. That was a lot of black sand.
There was a lot of black sand.
Oh, wow. So here's the deal, guys. I'm going to go ahead, let him continue on up in this box till that bowl is empty. We're going to show you guys the top tray and the mini mat here in just a little bit. We'll see you then. So guys, he's going to show you the end of the bowl here. Go ahead and bring her on up to the camera screen. And we're right there. Look at all that beautiful black sand sitting at the bottom.
Yep.
I bet that's where all of our goodies are. So he's going to go ahead, get the last scoop or two up out of there. Then we're going to rinse it off into that mini mat, onto that gold cube.
Oh, yeah.
And,
We're going to have to rinse it out because that's a tiny spoon.
Yeah. So I will show you guys here in just a bit what we find in the mini mat and on our top tray. Okay, we just finished up getting the top tray already set up in there. I almost forgot to show you guys that we went ahead and did that top mini mat. And we did a pretty good job snuffing out what we found. I got that sitting over there in that bottle that Brando's holding.
Yeah.
But so we ended up with just one itty bitty little dot sitting right there. That doesn't mean that we got skunked. I guarantee it's down in here. You guys are about to see that in just a minute. All right, guys, we just finished up all of the painting of trays 1 and that mini mat. And sadly, it's not something to write home to mom about, but it is a decent trace. If you guys can see there at the top of your screen, there's one sitting right there. That's a decent color flake. And there's a ton of micro dots that are sitting up in there as well. I'd say probably like somewhere around 20 or so micro dots. Now, we're going to go ahead, probably go back and go through all of our cons that are sitting there and what's left in trays 2 and 3 probably later on. And if I see anything good up in those, guys, you know I'm going to go ahead and post that up in a short. And now it is time for the close. So guys, that wasn't such a bad haul at all. And for just being 20 bits, I was getting into something out there, and I think the next time I go, he's going with. I'm going to put him to work with a shovel. He going to go get into digging.
Oh yeah, that like you said earlier. What we get a little bit deeper, we're going to find some a little bit chunkier stuff. Usually sits at the bottom of the clay. You get into that false bedrock.
Oh yeah, there's something special going on sitting up in this little tiny area. So be sure that you go ahead and subscribe, guys. This is the time to do it. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, make certain it's all lit up in there. Also, leave us a like today, leave us a comment down below. We're going to be definitely going back out there probably within the next couple of weeks. We do have some harsh weather coming our way today, so we're going to see, wait by ear on that. But also, guys, we're going to be doing a sluicing episode here. I'm going out on Wild Safari.
Yeah.
You guys will be seeing that next week. Once again, my name is William.
I'm Brandon.
Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.